All right. Looks like we're live. Cool. Yeah, a little late today, but was trying to figure out how to get this to work because yesterday confirmed that indeed the module system seems to work at least at a basic level, and that the type reflection is iffy, to say the least. I'm not certain if that's just because I'm not using stuff correctly. Maybe I need to import the meta header file, or I guess module. I'm not sure if that's what's going to solve this, but that's kind of where I'm going because, um, yeah, I'm using I guess, form of the module system that was introduced in version 20, but I want to make sure to use the one from version 23 because that one seems to be a little bit more sensible. In version 20, you had to basically go and compile, and I'm using scare quotes there, um, compile all of these different modules, whichever ones you plan to use individually, which is not ideal for obvious reasons. So, still trying to figure out how to get GCC to compile the STD package, and I think I got to do it using this, which is really not my favorite. So let's see if this works. So right now I'm looking at the GCC documentation. So hopefully this is going to get me what I want. Let's see, that's okay, so that's something that needs to happen. Hold on. So that's fine there. Go ahead and just go include. Let's see. H. And then all of the modules and whatnot from the other stuff, and everything else there is removed. Okay, I think that's what needs to happen there. It's not H. Okay. So let's see if this works. Okay, well that's not the problem. Okay. Let's go to there, and I'll just go ahead and comment all of this out because it's not really necessary. It doesn't really do anything really important. And I think I need to go to the main, yeah, and just comment this out too. Okay. It's going to take a minute, and it launches. Okay, so it looks like I don't actually have to worry about importing. So can I do this instead? Hold on. And will that still work? Should work. Okay, okay, so it's not compiling that. All right, hold on. How do I get std compat? Right, one sec here, I'll be right back. All right, let's get back to this. So, yeah, need to compile it to decompat. How do I get that? Yes, just go yes dot compat. See if we can get that to work. Okay. It's more TMP, but that's fine. Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's see, hold on. Let's see if we can. I mean, I can always just go back to doing, importing the standard out package, but I want to see if maybe if this is the issue here. Such file directory. Wait, what? Okay, it has been built. Why is it complaining? That was already built. Hmm. Okay, well, then I guess we gotta go here first. I don't think I need that. I don't think I need to include my own there. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, and then I think that'll work, but we'll see. That might be a bit too Frankenstein. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't like that either. That's annoying. Okay. Okay, I guess we just go like this real quick. And actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done that there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that works. Okay. So that appears to work. Let's go ahead and remove this because that's not going to be needed. Okay. CPM. Okay. So if I go ahead and do this real quick, not sure if this is going to work. So we will see if it is going to complain. Okay. CD meta has not been declared. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see, can we get that? Okay. Okay. Insert back to the source code. Okay, it doesn't say where all that stuff comes from. Implementation status, not really. Hold on. Okay. So it says you got to include meta, but I'm including standard, so maybe I need to go to. This isn't a big deal if I can make this. If this works even as is without all of this stuff, then that'll be fine. It's not a huge deal. It's just not ideal. And okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm just gonna remove all that at this point. It's not working, and it's not necessary that it works, so that's okay. Not the end of the world. Okay, let's go to main. Clean all this stuff out. Okay, well, it looks like I've got a working STD import, so that's fine. And I don't think I need to worry about STD compat in this case. I don't think it's really too much of a concern. Actually, let me go and close real quick. I want to see. What is in here? Okay, so it's just STD and logger. Okay, that's fine. Actually, oh, there should be a renderer there, shouldn't there? That's a little weird. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now it's got the renderer GCM. Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead and get started on the logger. So that's really like the first place that I want to get started here. And I haven't fully decided on all the stuff relating to the logger, but one thing that I do want to make sure and use is something called variadic templates. I did this before. It's super cool, and it's a lot better in general than the way that C does the printfs, right? So I'm sure you guys probably know this if you're watching, but let me go ahead and we'll open up the logger. I might actually rename these. I'm not sure I like the CPPM extension, but it's not a huge deal. Okay, so we can go and drop this in favor of import std. Okay, so we need a logger. And this logger is going to, let's see. So we're going to need to store the file, and I don't know, does that need to be private? I don't think it needs to be private. It's not a huge deal. I don't know, I'll have to think about that. Let's go and remove this real quick. I don't need that there. Anyway, okay, so variadic templates. This is going to take, what is it? I think it's type name .. args. I think that's how you do the variadic template initialization. Oh, and also I do want to show, because I did figure out apparently how you do how you include Lua, but I'll do that later here. Variadic templates. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yep, okay, so that's the correct way to do that. So we'll start with debug. Let's call it debug here. I might have to figure out a way to strip that out later, but for now, I'll just keep it as is. Okay. So, args, there we go. And all this is going to be declared in here. Okay. So, we're going to need something called log message. I want to see if message, and actually I don't even need the log file necessarily. That's only if I'm not wanting it to go to standard out. Anyway, this doesn't particularly matter. Okay, so we need another type name, args. Oh, oops, I'm doing things the the wrong way around. The wrong way around, excuse me. So this needs type name, args, type name, t. I think this needs to have void in front as well. Okay, and then this is going to okay. Make sure I'm doing this right, because it's one of those things where it's very easy to screw things up. So specifier. Let's see. All right, I think the way I need to do this is call log message on args. This needs to include and t type. I think this will work, but we'll obviously have to see. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do that. Do I? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. And let's do this. And go here and have it call printf type. And actually, so no new line there. Let's go here. So this is going to call log message on args. I think I actually have to put that there. That just signals that this is a template parameter pack. All right. Oh, we gotta make sure it's there. Okay. Ew. Well, let's do that. And let's go ahead and call, let's see. Just realized actually I need to go, hold on. Here, I think this needs to be static. I think all of these need to be static. And actually, you know what, I'll just take them out of the logger because the logger class or structure, whatever, is not really doing anything right now. So I don't think I need it. If I don't need it, then I ain't going to use it. Okay. Debug. And we'll do a couple of those, and that should work. Maybe. Okay. Long message not declared. Great. Okay. Okay, so that's basically, hold on. Is that? Okay, that's annoying. So, great. That's... Okay, let's see if this runs. Okay. Call, expects one argument 3 provided. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's the other way around. Hold on. I think I know what. I think this needs to be oriented the other way. Hold on. Typing that works. Jeez. Okay. Message. Expects one argument. 0 provided. Okay, well, I think then this needs to just be here. Something like that. Okay, how do I make that work? Okay. Okay, hang on. I think I might. No. Okay. So that's what we want. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Oh, man. 1 sec here. All right. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Now, what's with all these warnings and stuff? Okay. Void log message. Yeah, that's not being used yet. That's fine. We'll deal with that later. Yep, so it's unused. That's okay. So it's just all unused parameters because it's being cursively done. Okay. So now I need a function that can have that. So we'll go with template type name t. This is going to do the actual printing. So I guess something like that. And then we'll take that. Okay. Now there are going to have to be a lot of different implementations of this for various types. But for the generic case, let's see. Sorry. Easy way to... I think I have to actually go... Actually, oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Can I do template specialization inside a module? Maybe? Maybe I can do that? What is it? Type name T. Make sure that I'm... Let's see. Hold on. Template specialization. Here we go. Okay, so, all right. So this doesn't go there when you're doing a specialization. So we'll do void and then long variable. We'll try int first. And t. Actually, no, that's going to be int. Int t. And that is going to see printf. This is going to be replaced later, but for now, this is how I'm going to handle this. So, and actually, that should be an I, just because it's more obvious. In this case, if there's anything else, it is going to. Can I do? How do I figure out if something has a particular method? Yeah, this is one case where having that meta material would certainly be helpful. Okay, you know what? Hold on, let's do it like this. Was it type info name? Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Okay, and then just type ID. Okay, yeah, so that. All right, cool. Okay, both of those are being called. Okay, so we'll replace that with log variable. Just give it t. Same here. Actually, no. No, no, that's just going to be there. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay, yeah, so you can just put template specializations right in there. That's at least somewhat convenient. I'm not a fan of the fact that I still have to forward declarable stuff, but this is better than nothing. Okay. All right, let's see. So, now let's go here. All right. Debug. Okay, I need. Let's see. I think it's const expression char. Format. I think that's valid. Maybe. Probably easier just to do it this way for now. Okay. So what this will do. Okay. So what I'll do, we'll go ahead and declare this. So we'll say that's 1024 and it's equal to that. It's probably the kind of thing that I would put inside of a logger just so that I can have that remain constantly present rather than having to, reallocate it every time. But for now, we'll just do it like this. And okay. So do see while yeah. Okay. If so if it equals that, then and we'll send it the buffer plus, oh, hold on. Let's see. Just call it index. Index that equals 0. Yep. Okay. Like this. Hold on. We can do that all at once. All right, and then plus. Nice. Okay. So right here. Actually, I don't even need to do this. This is kind of unnecessary. Okay, so all right. And I actually need to add. What? What? Hmm. This might be a really bad way of doing this now that I think about it. Let's see if. Hmm. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see if we can make it work reasonably well. I think sprintf is just that. Make sure. I'll probably end up changing this. Yeah, okay, so that's format. Okay. All right. Need. Hmm. Huh? Okay. Hmm. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this slightly differently. This isn't probably the fastest way to go about it, but I'm past caring. That's there. Okay. Okay. I should probably use a string stream. Maybe. Actually, I don't know if that does that actually speed things up. We'll test it here. Okay. So we got that. Then up here, we'll just go. Let's see. What is it? SD to string. What's the Okay. Yep. Okay, so that just converts all those to string. Okay. Um, so what this will do. Okay. So first thing. Get rid of that. string. Okay. Right. I think that's ooh, actually this is this is not gonna work right. That's okay. Let's go to main real quick. Good. Oh, and actually I still need to go here. Okay, so just sure, yeah, okay. Def and buffer.cstring. Okay. Let's see if I screwed something up. Or not declared. Yeah, okay. Easy fix. Oh, hello. Return. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Return message. Yeah, all right, cool. Neat. Okay. All right, so that's going to be the basis of debugging, at least. There's going to have to be, excuse me, it's going to have to be a bit more there, but it's the basics of it. Now, what I do need to do here, I need to figure out. Hold on. Full template specialization. No, that's not. Okay. Oh, neat. Okay. Huh. There's an interesting implementation here on CPP reference, which if you do any kind of C++ programming and you don't use CPP reference, I don't know how you do that. Okay. All right. So we need to go in here. We'll just go and do printf. And that is going to, let's see, I'll have a call log variable. Okay. Should work fine. All right, this needs format. And this is just going to go like this. Nope. Nope. Wrong thing. Actually, I can just print out format. There. Should be the last of it, and if it's not, then that's its own issue. Okay. Sec here. Okay. This goes away. These all need to be switched over to use void. Okay. I think that's everything I need there. So let's go ahead and okay. Just go with is this just gonna work or is it gonna break? It's gonna break. Okay. Type. Okay. That's right. Hold on. Fix that quick. Ew. Right. Yay. All right. Well, um, okay, why is it doing that? Oh, hold on. Maybe that's okay. Okay. Um, still not right. Guess we'll just do this. Yeah, okay. That use parameter format. Wait, what? Is that unused? Oh, wait a minute. Yep, that's why. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to have to do a little bit more fiddling with this, but this is exactly the kind of stuff that I want to be able to do. So I'll have to figure that out some, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to show you guys how you can get Lua working in C++ fairly easily, but yeah, probably show that either next time or I'll just kind of put it together and do something like that. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again probably tomorrow. So have a great day.